How's it, everybody? Welcome back to Scattered Island. It is yet another nice and rainy day as we stare down at the downtown with the nice big Ferris wheel that we placed. Oh my gosh, these boats are loud. I have turned down the game volume. I really have. I have set, check this out. I've turned this thing down all the way down to 20%. And it is still extremely loud. And I only realized in editing that the sound effects of those boats are completely insane. So I'm going to turn this all the way down to 15%. And I hope that this will help, because I don't want to completely lose all of the game sounds and the menu sounds. I like them. I want to maintain them. But anytime I'm close to one of these boats or these ships, it is just wow. Anyways, everybody, welcome back. We are moving along. We did this last week. So in the last video, did I say last week? In the last video, we filled out all of the space, which I think was quite a lot. We did the harbor over here with some nice office and mixed zoning, residential, what things. And we got all of this in with the parks and stuff. Now, what I want to do today is, I actually want to do a lot of different things. What I want to do is I want to make areas like this look a little bit denser than they currently do. And I want to tackle this little space. I want to fill this in with some buildings, offices, commercial and stuff, and connect it up to this spot right here. I want to make it look like maybe this was something that was existing, and when the highway came in, they made a little modification and bridged over it, but maintained the connection over here. So we're gonna go tackle that in a bit. What I want to do is I want to start off with this space right here, and the way I want to do this is I want to change this and bring a road through here and connect it up to there so that I can fill this space in with a few more buildings so that we get a little bit more density than we currently have. Right now, I don't like how open that looks. So we're going to make that little modification, get this place looking a little bit more dense. Then we will continue tackling the rest of the things that I want to do. All right, let's get this done. Alrighty, so as this grows out, I'm looking at these and I'm thinking they are a tad bit too tall, unfortunately. I'm not looking for this amount of height. I do want height, but definitely not that tall. So we're going to de-zone these. Both of these ones, we're gonna get rid of them. And I think my best bet for getting the type of height that I want is going to have to be these chappies. Now, I actually like, ooh, that's the wrong one. Let's get rid of that. I actually like the height of this building right here. It's actually quite nice. I love this height. I wish I could get more height like this, but in a bigger lot size, like the 4x4, 5x5, 6x6s. That's the type of size that I would like for this height. But since we don't have that, gotta make use of what we've got, and this is it, I guess. So I'm gonna leave this like this. We've got a few more buildings in, which is good. I'm not going to complain at that point. I'll just let this whole area develop out and then we'll come look at it. Honestly speaking, if it were up to me, I would probably have a little more height with these two. These two will probably be at about the height of these, but I would want them to be blocky and square, you know, similar to, I don't know, maybe one of these, but something a little more modern, you know, shinier like that, but without, I don't know. It basically the type of building that I would have in mind don't exist in the game yet. So we'll leave this, and maybe one day when the assets and stuff come through Paradox Mods, we will come and make modifications to this if we're still working on the city. In the meantime, what I want to do is I want to turn my attention to this space. So what I don't like is when I'm looking at this from an aerial point of view, right? This space looks a little too empty for my liking, because I would expect that with the development happening so close to the downtown, that this space would be filled in and this place would be developed right up to the highway. That said, the exact same thing applies to this. I feel like these buildings would probably take on more of a bigger shape. So I want to rezone some of these areas into the bigger sized lots like this. I think these will help sort of get the look that I want. This is the only unfortunate thing, is I don't like it when it does that. So let's get rid of that, get rid of these two, and then put that in so that I get a nice big one sitting over there. And back here we've got a park. I'm not sure if we've got space in between. We do have space in between. I wonder why nothing is... Oh, because of the park. I see. So if I want this space to develop, I need to get rid of the park. So let's relocate this park. We'll bring it closer to the road over there. Probably not ideal, but you know, it is what it is. And then we will put one of these over here. Now, ooh, this is zoned against this road, which means, let's see what that will look like. Okay, cool. It's nice and big. It's a nice big plonked up apartment block, which is nice. I suspect it will probably be the same size as this, but it's fine. So we should get a little bit of density going on over there. I want the same for this space right here. So for these ones, what I'm going to do is I'm going to de-zone all of these. Let's get rid of these chappies. It's a pity. I wish they went all the way up to the edge, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. And then we'll put a nice big one here as well. And then I'll just put one of these smaller ones to just grow over there. All right. So between these three, we should get something nice and big and dense going on this space. Now I'm not sure if I can zone against this. I can. All right, let's put another tally one over there. We should get something pretty decent. And then for this space, I mean, looking at here, there's a lot of residential, there's commercial along here, but I think this place will be good for a nice commercial building right there. Alrighty, so then that can grow out. I think let me just plonk down a few trees here and then we'll jump onto the other side. Alrighty, so whilst that develops out, let's move on to other areas. I'm just looking at this spot here. I see there's a nice empty lot here which isn't growing anything, and I think that's because this is zoned against this side. You know what? I don't like that. So let's do this. We're gonna remove this building and then let's put a path here to cut off the zoning over here so that we can bring the zoning over to this side, and then we can plonk down one of these, again bigger blocks, which is what I want, because that is European. Let's get off the bigger blocks in so that we can get some height going over there. Alrighty, let's let those develop out and we'll come back and see what that looks like. Meanwhile, over here, what I want to do is I'm gonna get a road through here. I'm gonna bring it over and I want to join it up to this main road right there. So we're gonna start off by getting a road that comes up. Actually, let's see, can I get enough elevation from this point to go up without it looking too funky? I think I can. But the most important thing is, can I get a road under here? And I think that is probably the first question I need to answer. So if I can, I think I need to bend this one just a little bit like so. Oof, that's gonna be tight. Why isn't... Oh, there we go. Here we go. Okay, so we can get a road. Let me plonk you. Let's plonk you. Ooh, look at that. Look at how tight of a fit that is. Ooh, really? Is this what this thing is going to do to me? It's not going to let me connect this up. Are you joking? So this is not how we do it. Let's see. If I go back and do... to be very close to the highway is fine. We'll just put a... Actually, let's make it straight, right? Because if I make it straight here, I can begin a bridge in that direction all the way up to there. And I think we plonk that there and that's looking good. All right, cool. So then we can bridge this across. But before I talk about bridging across, let's see, can I connect this up straight now? Well, let's turn that off and send you back down to the ground level. I think that works. So if I get that right there, right next to the highway, that works for me. And then we can go ahead and put some sound barriers along the highway over there. And I think that is fantastic. I like it. I like it very much. But I do not like the fact that this road is going down. So let's fix up the landscape here. And then we're going to go ahead and bridge this over to the other side. All right, it's so weird. I plonked down this thing here and then it just changed all of this. Oh, so annoying. Anyway, I'm trying to get a little bit of height in here to see what that will look like. The whole idea is that I want this place to look like it's an area that is still up and coming. So it's currently undergoing massive development, and that's why we're starting to see a couple of high rises pop in here and there amongst all of the low density that currently occupies the space. I think this block is rife for a nice tall building. Hey, like if I look at it, I think a nice tall building sitting right here might just do the trick. Let's see. Oh no, wait, hang on, we have to get something in here. So let's pull up our path and let's see if I stick it down straight. Oh, I just hate the fact that it's going to take away my trees, my beautiful 4 trees. No, I cannot get it to be a nice big block unless I change. Oh, you know what? An option is, let's get rid of you. Let's try that again. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got something. So if I get this pathway to come across now, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's enough to get a nice big building. So let's get this across nice and straight and then block it up. Oh, what in the world? What happened there? Oh, I forgot the type of thing I had selected. Okay, so that's that. If I make you a 4x3, how tall are you? I think that will do. Or is that... See, my only thing is that it's too skinny. Let's plonk one of these in and let's see what the two will look like once they both grow out. See if they if they complement. This is a residence that looks so gray. This is it's an office. I like this color. I want a light color. Anyway, let's let that grow. We'll come back and see how all of that shapes out. Look at this traffic that has just developed here, just from one simple little thing. Anyways, it will clear up. I'm not even stressed. I think this is the morning traffic. It's 8 a.m. now, so I'm not even stressed about that at all. All right, let's hook things up here and let's see if we can get some vehicles moving across this road. Let's see. All right, so the elevation here isn't too bad, but oh goodness me, I don't know what is going on here. Let's just pause that. Let's see if we can sort this out. Anytime the road decides to just be wonky like that, it baffles my mind. It really does. Let's see if we can get a decent connection now. Are you connected at 100, at 90 degrees? Oh gracious me, what in the world is going on? Oh my goodness, I can't. I have no idea what I'm doing sometimes. At least I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing sometimes, because wow. I think I finally got it. Oh my word. I think I finally got it. Even if I have not, I think this is better than what it was before. I had to change the road connection from this one all the way to that one because I think the rate of elevation rise here was just too much. And so I extended it all the way up to this spot. The sad thing is that it makes my parking lot here look a little wonky. So I'm just going to move it a little further away from the roadside. And then I think with that, we can just zone in a couple of, maybe one of these. And let's unpause that. Let's see what this looks like if I put one right here. Nah, it doesn't look good. So let's just get rid of that one. And then we can plonk down a few trees. Ugh, I'm changing the wrong thing. Will this one fit? No, it's too big. So we can just plonk down a few trees. Nope, too big. You can fit. Just put a couple of trees just along here to give it some spice. All right, so that's it. Oh, what a mission. We are done. We've got this thing. I think it would be a good idea maybe to extend the road here. No, nah. Part of the reason why I think this traffic was also forming was because cars that would otherwise have gone off here couldn't, because I had forgotten to change the direction of that, and so that made it a little bit harder for the cars. So we can get rid of that chappy, and I think we're good. We can put in one or two more of these along. I think let's get the very long ones in, and then two short ones to complete the area, and these should grow out nicely and make the place look really, really cool. But otherwise, everybody, I think this looks better. When I look at it aerially, I see that the development has now gone all the way up to the highway. I just wish these were slightly brighter colored buildings, but you know, it is what it is. These offices, I think I would have loved to have a little bit more height here. I can put low density housing. Let's see, if I put low density housing here, what kind of height do I get for this? Let's see. Ooh, I get a decent height. I like that height. So I think I'm going to leave that there. And you know what? Just for good measure, let's get... How big is this? A 4x5. This is a 4x4. So I think we should get something slightly different, which should also be a bit tall. And let's let this develop out and then see what that looks like. All right, so the next thing that I want to look at is if you have a look at my mail service, it is basically next to nothing. I put a ton of mailboxes in this town when I first started, and I have not really done any of that for this area. But my mail service availability and processing and all that stuff, I think, is quite low for a city that is growing like this. So what I wanted to do is get a couple of these things in. So first I want to get in a post sorting facility somewhere around here, and then a post office in a few places. Now the post sorting facility is quite big, but I want it in this corner. So if I look at the layout, I see that I need to just reclaim a little bit of land, and then we'll plonk that down over here. All right, let's see if it will fit here. And we should have a nice good fit. Great. So now with that plonked down, I think that's a very nice building. It will serve as a way of starting to go down or tapering down my buildings. Now with this chappy, what does this do? So speed or sorting speed 0 50,000. Well, I guess it's not operational yet, and so I'm not really gonna get anything. But if I look at, why is that not changing? Maybe I need more mailboxes and all kinds of other funky stuff. I don't know. But I want to upgrade this building a little bit, make use of its extensions. I think its extensions are very nice. So we're going to plonk that there, and I'm going to plonk this one. Right up against the road maybe. And then we'll figure out something to do in the back here. But now at least we've got mail sorting capabilities. I think this is a really beautiful asset. Like, just look at that. What's this last upgrade? This is a mail is sorted more accurately, so trucks only carry the essential items for each run, results in increased sorting speed. And from a fine, we are good. Let's give it that upgrade. All right, so that is up and running. Now I want to plonk down a couple of post offices. So given this space and that space and that space, I think, or actually maybe over there, we give each of them their own post office. So looking at this, I think I have a post office somewhere in that town. But over here, I've got this open space right here. And I think this will be a perfect spot for it. So let's grab that one, and we can plonk it down right over there. All of these chappies will regrow. What are the extensions? Posts, garage and mail sort extensions. So I would need to get rid of a couple of places if I want to put these down. And then the garage, the garage is it's a perfect fit. It's too perfect a fit to not put it down over there. And it's a low noise pollution, so it's not too shabby. If I look here, this is becoming not so good for houses, as to be expected. But we've got additional vehicles. I don't think I need what's this thing? Additional extensions. But if I do, I can always come back and just plonk one maybe over. In fact, you know what? Let's plonk one over there, and then that will make this place not so conducive for housing, so we can get rid of these. And I think this will actually be a nice spot for a commercial building. And then this area just looks very nicely zhuzhed up. Okay, so with that, let's put down a few mailboxes all over the place. I think this is close enough. Let's give the chappies here maybe a post office right here in the corner so that they have access. I think I can put one maybe in this corner as well. Oh, I didn't plonk it down. One in that corner, and maybe one more in that corner. I don't know how the game wants me to actually distribute all of these out, so we're just plonking down and hope I'm doing it right. And maybe we can have one more in this corner. How much does a mailbox cost me, by the way? Okay, it doesn't cost me anything. That's great. So with the post office there, I don't know if having another one here will be too close. So let's get mailboxes into the various corners just so that we can say the area is well covered. If I have it on this road, okay, this actually covers up nicely. If I have it in this corner, it also covers up the area nicely. So let's plonk one more there. And I think this is quite a central spot as well. So we can put one maybe right here in front of this commercial space over there. Cool. So that leaves this whole area green. And the last one is, I think I want to get a mailbox. Not a mailbox, a post office somewhere in this region, somewhere in this vicinity. And it would be nice if I had it in such a way that I could give it the full extensions or expansion. So maybe this corner here would be a nice spot for it. If I look at how big this is, I think it will be a perfect fit here. And then I'll be able to give it both post van and what's this thing? And the other expansion. Let's clear out the space and just plonk. Let's plonk one down. Alrighty, so that's in. The only unfortunate thing is that there isn't enough room at the back here for me to put the van extension. Oh, you know what we could do for this space? I think there's enough room to be able to do that. Yes, I can do this little extension right here. Right, yes, there we go. And what is that? That isn't great for you necessarily. Great for you. You know what? Let's plonk these down. Let's see if they'll grow. Let's see if they'll grow. If I put a couple of these down here, so they're not growing here, but they're growing over there because the green. Oh, that's fine. We've got a nice big forest there anyway. So I think that works perfectly fine for me. We can just put down these trees and then we can say that this is perhaps a done area. Okay, so we've got mailbox, or not mailbox, post office over there. Let's get a few mailboxes in and around the entire downtown, and then we will move on from here. Okay, I think that's enough. I think we've got enough mailboxes in and around the city. So we should hopefully now have coverage all over the place. What I'm not 100% mail currently being sent and processed in the city. If the processing capacity of post facilities is lower than the amount of mail sent, mail is left uncollected for long periods of time. This in turn negatively affects citizens' well-being and companies. So I have put down all of these mailboxes and stuff, and I'm still very much in the red. So processing mail service availability, that should be decent, I would have thought by now, because we've got enough trucks. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to leave it to play out for a bit, and let's see what happens. In terms of this is all just storage, so I don't think I need to do anything else. It's a sorting speed, 87,000 of 75,000. Mail stored is that. I don't know. I'm going to leave this running for a bit and then we'll come back to it and see if all the stuff that we've plonked down is going to be beneficial in any way. What I want to do now is I want to jump all the way out here because I want to sort out my electricity problem. I showed this in the last video. If you check out my budget, my electricity is all basically imported. It's ridiculously expensive. So I want to get a nice big power plant here. We'll connect it up to here. And then in the last video, I talked about how we don't have power lines running. I've got power lines that terminate over here. But then thereafter, what I have is everything running underground, which I find a bit of a cheat. So I want to put down a power station, and then we're going to work out a way to run power lines along the landscape, probably on the sides of these hills that are here, and find a way to cut it either in through the city or terminate it at least somewhere around here, and then we can run a small little underground line. But for now, we're gonna get power in over here, and we're gonna start off by grabbing, not that, gonna start off by grabbing these tiles. So let's grab those. So that gives me access to the space, and then we're going to extend the road network over into this area and then put down the power plants. What I'm thinking of is I want to make use of the geothermal power plant. It's something that I've had my eye on since we started, or since at least I started this video. It says no groundwater. Oh, so this thing requires groundwater to work. You know, I actually had no idea. So then that's great. So if it requires groundwater, where's the road, by the way? I can't tell which side the road is. Can you show me where the road is? Oh, you know what? Let's plonk it down. If the road is not on the right side, we can always rotate it. Okay, so that's down. It's doesn't look the way I thought it would. It's kind of an anticlimax. What is this? This is the high voltage substation. Additional turbine. Ooh, additional turbines are nice. Let's plonk down additional turbine. All right, so the road access is on this side. So then if we get a road down over here, cool, that gives you the connection that you need. I will be honest, this does not look the way I thought it would, but we'll zhuzh up the place. We'll find a way to zhuzh it up. Binary cycle plant allows the plant to use lower geothermal temperatures, which increases power output somewhat. Okay, it's an overall upgrade. Let's do an overall upgrade. By the way, I don't even know what this is going to cost me. Whatever. So these substations, I'm guessing I can connect them anyway. Right? Yeah, I can connect them anyway. Okay, but do I need to? Because I think from this point on, we can just run the power lines. All right, cool. So I don't think I need to connect a substation. Maybe I'll connect one for this area. I don't know. We'll see. But that's the geothermal power plant, and I'm not sure what its production capacity is. It's only 30 megawatts. Oh, goodness me. What is our current demand? Our current demand is 113. All right, so we're gonna try and balance this out with other ones, and let's see if we can get this area looking a kind of way. All right, so we've got all the power lines and everything connected up. I want it to look pretty interesting. What I want to do very quickly is I'm going to slap down a ton of trees, and we're going to clear out all of these trees once the power plant grows up a bit. So we see exactly where the lines are running. I will clear out everything in that space because generally the trees do not go too close to where the actual lines are running. But I want this place to be forested out, and that's why I want to put down all these trees so that we have some nice big green all over the place. I'm going to extend this place a little bit more than it currently is. So we're going to put, what's this thing? I'm going to put a little bit of industry around here so that the place just looks a little bit more alive. But right now, with this all in, what I want to do is I want to run the power lines. This one I'm going to run all the way across to go and join up with that one over there. The one here, I'm going to try and get it to come across. I'm going to run it across the space, and then we're going to work it out in that direction to go and meet up with the industry here. We'll definitely cut it across this area, very likely. And then I will at some point bring a line across and a substation here to power the industrial area that we're building over there. So for now, let's get this across, and let's see what all of this will look like. Okay, we've connected up a whole bunch of stuff. It's moment of truth to see if my power grid actually still works. All right, let's unpause. Game unpaused. Let's see if there is any electricity complaints anywhere. No, I am not seeing any electricity complaints anywhere, which is awesome. Now, from a production point of view, we are now producing quite a bit, enough to meet all of our demands. Only thing now is these places need services, so I need to connect this up with all of my pipe networks and stuff. Because this is a highway or expressway, whatever it's called, it doesn't carry any water or electricity for that matter. So I'm going to let's just connect this up over here quickly, and boom. So now we've got all of this connected. Only thing is that I'm going to convert you to a one-way. I think left hand, they should all go down this way, around that way, and okay, why are you going the other direction? Go that way. Thank you. What in the world is happening here? Oh, you know what? I think some of this stuff did not convert. So now cars can come in and around, and all is good, all is well. I think this chappy here, maybe a bit of an overkill. Yeah, I think this is a bit of an overkill. Yeah, let's get... Ooh, I can't. Overlapping items, it says. Gosh. All right, let's get rid of that. So that is all well and good. Cars can come in here now. Now let's get this connected up to our sewage network. Okay, that's connected, and boom, we are in business. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick a couple of industry and offices in and around the space and make it look as nice as we can. Okay, we've zoned something. So this is turning out to be quite the office park around this power station. I am mixing up offices and industry in a way that we don't have too much of the smoke plume effects going on when you've got like a ton of industry. And I'm trying to put down these footpaths in such a way that it looks like there is a designated area that the office spaces are, and then the other is just undeveloped forest. I think this one comes in a little too much that way, so let's get rid of that and let's convert you into a bit of a squiggly road. Come on, there we go. Let's convert that into a bit of a squiggly road. Why not? Let's give it some, I don't know, some dynamism, right? Let's make things look a little different. Now with that, I'm looking at how these two buildings are, and it's quite a lot of space behind them, but you know what? We'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. And all of this development, let it shape up. I really want to see the forest grow nice and thick and big, because I think that will inform whether or not I'm going to make changes to the way this area looks. What I think I will get down here is maybe a footpath or two that crosses, because I can imagine the people that are working here would perhaps be moving between the two locations. So let's just get a couple of footpaths in, and then we have that area look a kind of way. And the last thing that I think I would want to add to this space is I will put a bunch of trees in the middle here, just to complete that forest bushy look once everything here grows nice and big. Alrighty, I think we are finally done with this space. So we have got ourselves our own power plant. We've got the two, the geothermal power plant and the gas power plant. And together they are giving us a good, what is that? 828 megawatts of power, which is just awesome. And because this is connected up to the outside world, if we look at, whoops, wrong thing. If we look at our budget, we should now be making money from export. Ooh, look at that. $1 million off of export, which is just amazing. We're now making almost 500,000 per hour. It is fantastic. So we're making money from water and sewage. We're making money from electricity. It is beautiful. I just want to do something quickly. One last thing before we end the video. And that is the bus routes that I said I was going to do. I completely forgot about it in the last video, so I want to do it in this one. We put the, what's it, the transport extension on this thing. What's it called? The transit terminal. We've put that here. It's got 5 bus stops. So what I want to do very quickly is I want to get rid of the current bus routes that we have and then create new ones using this transit thing as the point where the buses all, I guess, congregate. So we currently have only 3 bus routes, so nothing wow. We're gonna get rid of all 3 of them, say bye-bye. It's not gonna make people very happy, but it is what it is. But we do have all the stops already in place, which I think is cool. I think we can add 1 or 2 more stops around here, and then what I'm going to do then is that I'm going to create a route that basically goes out in that direction. That's the one. The one will go out in that direction. The other one will go in that direction. Then I'll have one that goes all the way through the city, and then one last one that connects out to the outside world. So that's the plan. Let's get those routes in quickly, and then we shall call it a video. All right, I think we've got all the routes in. It's 5 of them, and when you look at it, we cover pretty much all of the bus stops that we've put down. So we do have one that goes all the way out here. We have one that goes all the way out there. We have that one that goes all the way to industrial area, and then we've got this semi one that covers quite a bit of the downtown area. It doesn't extend out to the space, but I think that's something we could probably add just out of curiosity. Let's see, how many buses are we using? 23 or 55? Okay, so I think let me run one quick route that just covers the downtown that extends out to this area. Doesn't terminate here, but it just runs in and around the city itself. Okie dokie. So one additional route running in and out of this space. I have no idea which one is this that is going all the way out on the highway. What I did notice though is that when I put this one in, it's a weird path this route follows. So because I don't have a route onto the highway from here, it is going all the way around, doing a U-turn here and then coming this way. So I think it will be a good idea for me to put some kind of an on-ramp here. But you know what? I like to do things funky. Let's get a funky thing onto this spot to fix this bus line. All right, we've got something. This area looks kind of funky though. Ugh. Okay, so the terrain is a little bit messed up over here, which isn't cool. But you know what? I don't think this is something I need to stress about. Let me just fix that off camera and then we will continue. Cool. It is fixed. Alrighty. So now we've got something back on. Now if I have a look at the bus, there we go. Now it's got a much better route of coming down here. Its job is just to connect up the station to the industrial area, and that is it. And I think that does exactly what I needed to do. I don't think I will extend the tram here. Well, at least not yet. I'll have to see whether or not it is something I'm going to do, but right now I don't think I'll extend the tram. I will leave the buses running as they are. What is this thing? Do I not have enough vehicles? There are currently no vehicles available, considering building more depots. Wow, that's amazing. This has 55 buses and 53 of them are in operation, and it's still not enough. You know what? Since this is my what you call it? Transport area. Let's plonk one down here. Alrighty, we've got it in. I actually think this looks really, really cool. This whole area just looks like a big factory place where things are just happening. And I really love the look of these buildings. I think they are amazing, and the extensions and how you can extend them allows you to create all sorts of weird and funky shapes. The only thing I do wish was that it would recognize that it's right up against the road and then allow the extension to happen on the other side of the road as well. That would have been cool, but unfortunately this is all we've got. From a residence point of view, okay, these guys are still oh nope, that's the wrong thing. Residential, all of this place has become non-conducive for a lot of these people. They're just going to complain and complain. If they dezone or despawn, I will come and upzone this area into medium density so that this area just stays populated. But for now, everybody, we've got the bus routes in. I am happy. What happened to all of these trees? I expected all of these trees to have been big and tall by now, and look at them. They're all gone. I'm guessing they lived their life and they all died or something. I don't know. It is what it is. Everybody, we are done. Not the most exciting episodes, but you know what? It was a necessity. We've got our mail. Oh, how's the mail stuff doing, by the way? That's the thing that actually triggered all of this. There we go. We've got mail. Awesome stuff. So that's looking good. The only thing that I still need to sort out is communication, because as you can see, there is basically no coverage in any of these areas. But I think this will happen in a different video. We'll probably do it as a starting point for the next video, and then we're going to start expanding out here. I think a small little town here to feed this electricity or power plant area will be perfect, and then we will be building what will be the second biggest town on the map, and probably the second biggest town on the map. I think we've achieved a lot today with the changes that we've made and the fact that we've got our new bus routes. I'm happy with that. In the next video, we will continue expanding out on the region. Everybody, I want to say a big thank you so much for joining me once again. Not the most exciting of videos, we didn't do a lot of expansion, but I think we got a lot of necessities out of the way, and most importantly, we now have our own power supply, which I think is super awesome. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up below, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps get the channel noticed. To all of my patrons and YouTube members, thank you so much for all the support. It is truly appreciated. Until the next one, everybody, keep safe, and I shall see you all then. Cheers.